In-Concert Artist Profile is brought to you by Wrigley's Winter Fresh Gum.
Whitney Houston was asked to contribute music to the film Waiting to Exhale, but at first declined. Then after her friend and producer Babyface gave her a little push, we got the incredible song Waiting to Exhale.
We did the movie, now we do the video.
I didn't want to do any music because I just wanted to act. I didn't want this to be a bodyguard thing, you know? So I thought that maybe I would get away with not doing anything on this album. Well, I didn't, because Forrest thought that I was crazy when I said I wasn't going to do anything on the soundtrack, and he thought, how weird. And then he called Babyface, and Face called me, and the Face says, you think you're not going to do anything on this record? And I was like, well, I planned on it. He said, but we got to work it together again. This is crazy. I said, okay, I'll do one song. I'm going to do one. He said, okay. Then he sends me, that was a song called Count On that we wrote together, okay. And then he sends me this other song called Exhale. Bass wrote this song, and he wrote it for me. He wrote it with me in mind, and my voice in mind. I know Face, I know how he writes for me. And he went and he saw the dailies from Exhale. And somehow he went back home and wrote these lyrics that were incredible. I always think, and I've always thought that music spoke louder than words. Anyway, the ears have an imagination that the eyes can't sometimes do.
Well, Tom Hanks has double the reason to celebrate this New Year's. His latest movie, Toy Story, helped Hollywood break a box office record this holiday weekend. Toy Story grossed $19.4 million all in all. More than $143 million were taken in over the weekend, and other films that contributed to that ante are as follows: Robin Williams' action fantasy Jumanji, Grumpier Old Men, Whitney Houston's Waiting to Exhale, and Father of the Bride Part 2. Well, Waiting to Exhale is packing theaters nationwide, and the soundtrack's not doing all that shabby either. Now, they say that there's a woman behind every man, but in this case, the man behind the women is pop sensation and multi-Grammy nominee Kenny Babyface Edmonds. Why don't you check this out? The hit movie Waiting to Exhale may celebrate female bonding, but the driving force behind the soundtrack is R&B's man of the decade, Babyface. Face wrote and produced 15 new songs for the soundtrack, in which the musical inspiration was found through the movie's uplifting message.
The movie is about 4 women and the things that they go through in their life, their relationships, and some of them are happy and some of them are getting dogged. So that's usually the alley that I write in.
Why do they write these damn songs?
It just made sense to me that, you know, the movie is about 4 black, you know, women. And I thought, well, maybe that's what the record should be about, is, you know, an album full of women, full of black women, and kind of telling their stories.
The Grammy-winning producer and songwriter assembled a virtual diva-palooza of female talent, including Toni Braxton, TLC, Chaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Brandy, and Whitney Houston, who also stars in the film. The movie marks Forest Whitaker's directorial debut, and he also realized the power of the film's musical motif.
From the beginning, I felt that this movie was that music was going to be a very integral part of it. I thought it was a very integral part of the women's lives and stuff in the film, and they could really help and enhance and tell the story, help tell the story.
The songs were written first, and then I had to figure out who that could fit with. It was challenging because, you know, you had to write the music, and then you had to make sure that the director liked it. You know, I had to make sure to check with Forrest and say, okay, how's this hit you? Got lucky, actually, because he liked everything. So it worked out really good.
Waiting to Exhale already yielded a #1 single, Houston's Exhale Shoop Shoop, and the soundtrack is currently #2 on this week's Billboard Top 200 albums.